If you brought Okumu oil price share price when it was selling at 417 naira and currently the share is trading for 314 naira and you're wondering whether to sell it or not, this video is for you. 2 weeks ago, Okumu Oil Company gave a reason why their stock price dropped. The reason was as a result of increase in interest rates by 50 base points, which is now 27.25% by the CBA, Central Bank of Nigeria. How true is it? How true is this? It is true, however, not the only reason for the drop. Due to a new hike in interest rates, people tend to flock to government bonds or CBN bonds where higher yield will be given. Another reason, a former non-executive director of their company, of Okumu Company, which contested for Edo State governor election, lost the seat to an APC member, Mr. John Odiegwe Oyegun. What is the impact of the election on Okumu Oil? How does it affect the price? For insiders, the increase in share price was a result of big men, rich men, making donations to the campaign of Mr. Asu Igbadalo, a former director of Okumu Oil Company indirectly, who had worked for the company for 11 years before resigning on the 31st December 2023, in which he had over 950,000 worth of shares in 950,000 shares in Okumu Oil Company. Mr. Asu won the primary election in his campaign party PDP as a contestant for the governor election before losing the general election on the 24th September 2023. The campaign donation was a disguise as a share price appreciation, and that is the reason why Okumu saw a growth increase in their share price from August 23rd of 2024 to September 24th, 2024, few days before election and few days after election there was an increase in their share price. Why did Okumu Company get involved in politics? Just for a reason, to protect their company. There are 5 factors that affect the share price of a company. They are climate, number one; two, politics; number three, currency; number four, inflation; number five, interest rates. One of these 5 reasons which is affecting Okumu Oil Company, all of these 5 reasons are affecting Okumu Oil Company, but there is just one the company has power to change: the climate. February of this year, a researcher at Okumu Oil Company gave an insight regarding problems the company is encountering as a result of climate change, which is deforestation. Villagers in Edo State have been cutting down trees at the Okumu National Forest, which acts as an emotion for carbon and as a dwelling place for bats. Due to this practice of them cutting down these trees, Okumu Oil Company the bat has been migrating into Okumu oil plantation, and which has laid a part in them, which has caused a reduction in their 41,000 metric tons annual production of palm oil, a 2.5 times lesser than their competitor Presco, who is the largest producer of palm oil, vegetable oil, and rubber in Nigeria. Okumu Oil Company desperately need the government intervention in the cutting down of trees without replacing, which is affecting their livelihood as the company is operating under debt, according to their 2023 annual report, where debt to equity ratio is 1.445, way higher than 1.13 as of 2022 of the same company, and is 0.3 ratio higher than their competitor Presco. Coupled with the fact that a lot of speculators has been selling their shares, has been selling the shares they brought as a result of fear of more drop in share price. All these are the factors behind the drop in share price. So should you sell your share or sympathize with them and hold on to it? Sorry, getting rich is brutal. Nobody should sympathize with people with their money. Everyone has a sad story to tell. Should you sell? No. So why will I advise you not to sell? Firstly, for four major reasons why you should never sell. The first is remember, number one is remember it's a consumption company. A consumption company that produces goods that are that is highly demanded globally and within the country. A global increase in rubber or palm oil price will push up their share price, or even if it's better still, if it's not going to be a global increase in in the price of rubber or palm oil, a disruption in Malaysia, for example, or Indonesia can also increase the global price of palm oil. Secondly, wait until November 12th, 2024. Why should you wait until that? That is when the new incoming governor, Mr. John Odiegwe Oyegun, will be entering the office. And according to Article 2 of Nigerian Constitution, a governor has the power to execute law. The new laws regarding the practice of deforestation could be introduced, which will push off the annual production rate of Okumu as a result of the practice of when you cut down a tree, you will have to plant another tree. And the third reason is speculators who enter the market with the aim of short-term trading would have sold off their shares by then, and then that will bring about stability within the marketplace of Okumu oil. And the fourth reason is because by the end of this year, December 31st, 2023, Okumu Oil Company will be giving out an annual report regarding their 2024, will be giving an annual report of the year 2024. You studying their annual report will let you know how much of debt they are in, how much liability do they owe, how are they using their assets. All of these four reasons will help you to decide if it's really advisable to still hold on to it or sell it. For these reasons is the main reason why I'm advising you to wait until then. I'm sure, yeah, all what I said, all these four reasons are if the price could go up, if the new governor could introduce a law protecting them against deforestation, or the speculators selling off their shares, and the annual reports showing that they have lesser debts. I know they are all if I could be 100% certain that there will be an increase in their price within this year, that will make me God. But because I'm not God, I'm human. I can only make probably I can only make decisions based on probability. And in investment, if all your dots has been checked out, you leave the rest to luck. That is the difference between an investor and a speculator. After you have gone through the annual report and you've seen what the current governor in the law is about introducing, that will help you to know if it's worth it for you to hold on to your stock, your shares or not. Because at the end of the day, if you brought it at 417 and now you want to sell it at 340, you're making a lose. Why don't you want to just hold on to it and wait for it to appreciate more when it can still appreciate? So these are my points of view. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you haven't lost too much money on your investment.